Hello, my name is Mike Smith. I'm a 1984 graduate of Sparta High School and was a member of Coach Montgomery's baseball teams and wrestling teams. Coach Montgomery is always there with us, working out, even cutting weight, while teaching us techniques and skills on the wrestling mat. But obviously, the most important lessons are those that extend beyond the wrestling mat. Coach Montgomery always instilled in us that we needed to respect our coaches, referees, umpires, even opponents. Most memorable lesson, though, was that of answering the bell. No matter how tired you were or how far behind in the score you were, you got up and you were ready to go. Whether you were pushed off the edge of the mat or you were called for a stalemate within 2 feet of center point, you did not drag yourself back. You did not crawl to the center point. You jumped up and you demonstrated to yourself, to your teammates, and to your opponent that you were ready to resume the fight. Congratulations, Coach Montgomery. I appreciate your friendship, your coaching, and your mentorship.
Hi, it gives me great pleasure to be able to acknowledge Mr. Montgomery and the naming of the wrestling room in his honor. I'm 54 years old and I've been involved with Sparta Wrestling in some context since I was 14 and walked into the Sparta Wrestling room. Since then, I've been a student of Mr. Montgomery's. I've been the brother of a person that he coached. I've been the father of kids that he coached. And I worked directly and indirectly with him with the Sparta Wrestling Club in my time serving with the Sparta Wrestling Club. His guidance has been fantastic. I can think of no name more synonymous with the idea of Sparta Wrestling and what it means to be a Sparta wrestler than the name Mike Montgomery. And I think it's a well-deserved honor, and best of luck to you, Mike, and congratulations.
When I think of Sparta Wrestling, I think of Mike Montgomery. Mont, you not only made Sparta Wrestling competitive, but you made it very enjoyable for those that wrestled under you. And you didn't even have to be a wrestler to enjoy the ride. You were creative in all the practices that we had, made them a lot of fun. You were creative in other ways too, such as bringing Elvis to our 1994 conference tournament. Who could forget the posters? I think you were the mastermind behind those. I think this was the first one. Matt, thanks for your dedication to Sparta Wrestling. Your legacy will live on for generations.
Ever since I moved to Sparta, about 8th grade, Mike, whenever I went to anything to do Sparta related, he talked to me, was always friendly to me. He was always interested in what I was doing beyond just the Sparta wrestling, cared for me as a person, and just came along secondary that I was good at wrestling. He always cared about everyone. He didn't care if you were good at wrestling, if you're just doing it your first year. He just cared about the kids that were doing it, and that's the best part about Mike. He cared about everyone. He wanted the best for the kids. He wanted what's best for Sparta wrestling. He wanted to create a better community, it felt like. He always made you feel welcome, warm. He asked you how you're doing, how your family is doing, just genuinely cared about you, genuinely. And whenever I wanted to achieve the goals that I strove to achieve, he would help me the most I can. During the summer, he would open up the wrestling room for me. If I want to do an extra workout, he'd open up the room for me. He was always interested in my success and how I was doing. He was always a proactive part of the wrestling community, helping out whenever he could. He was always up in the wrestling room during wrestling season. And I always saw him a part of the community, helping out, just being involved. And when I think of Sparta Wrestling, I think of Mike Montgomery. They just go together. Sparta Wrestling, Mike Montgomery.
Congratulations, Mike, on a well-deserved honor. Your dedication to Sparta Wrestling and to Sparta Athletics was very special. I could sit here and tell Mike stories all day, but a few things that I will never forget about Toma Sparta wrestling matches. One, the longest salute to the American flag, the packed gyms that we always had, Elvis showing up at the conference tournament in Sparta, and the Asterix match of 2000. Congratulations again, Mike, on an awesome honor. Hope to see you soon.
Mont, congratulations on your recognition for all the years and efforts you've given to make Sparta Wrestling a household name in the wrestling community. From all levels, youth wrestling, middle school wrestling, and high school wrestling, your commitment to teaching and inspiring athletes in the sport of wrestling has never gone unnoticed. I appreciate wrestling for you, coaching with you, and the conversations about wrestling we still have to this day. It's always been an honor to wear the red, gold, and white, and to know that I was fortunate enough to watch the tradition you helped build and sustain continue for years to come for Sparta Wrestling in the newly named Mike Montgomery Wrestling Room. Congratulations, and see you soon.
Hey, Mont, congratulations on everything you've done for this community and program and everything you continue to do. Today goes to show that your hard work, dedication, and love for this team, school, and community is noticed by thousands. You're truly the best fit for this position, and it's an honor I get to join this special moment. You're the hardest working person I've ever met. To everyone here wrestling at this amazing invitational, look at the man being acknowledged right now. There's a good chance that old man's ran a 5K before any of you have weighed in. All jokes aside, Mont, thanks for everything you've done for not only me, but for everyone that's met you. You've earned this. Oh, and go Spartans.
Hello, Sparta Wrestling fans and family. Jared Rickard here. I am honored to be commenting on such a pillar in our sport, but more importantly, our community as a whole. Mont has put a great deal of time and effort into Sparta Wrestling, from teaching, coaching, leading, mentoring, and managing. He's done it all. I've been fortunate to have Mont in my corner throughout different chapters of my life, from coaching and guiding as an athlete to mentoring and soundboarding as a coach, but most importantly, a lifelong friend. His great legacy for this community will live on for years to come. Cheers to Mont, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for the Mike Montgomery Wrestling Room at Sparta High. GSD.
I'd like to thank Mike Montgomery for all that he's done over the years. He's been a major staple to the Sparta wrestling community for a long time now. I can't think of anyone more deserving this honor. Congratulations, Mont. What can I say about Mike Montgomery? I know that asshole still owes me $20.
Hey, Mont, congratulations on the naming of our Spartan Wrestling Room, the Mike Montgomery Wrestling Room. Thanks for being a teacher, a mentor, and a lifelong friend. It's obviously a well-deserved honor, and again, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Mike Montgomery, Mont, you are so deserving of this honor. Sparta, the Sparta wrestling community, and the school district are fortunate to have you. As I thought about what I want to say and share, 3 things stood out to me. Number 1, on a personal level, you welcomed me to the Sparta wrestling community as a volunteer. You hired me as a coach. You trusted me with your son. In all of those roles, you supported me. You mentored me, encouraged me, helped me, and pushed me. I can never thank you enough for the opportunity to coach great kids in a community that loves and supports wrestling. Number 2, your support of the Sparta wrestling community. It seems like you've been in Sparta forever. You served in every way imaginable. You have been a youth coach, middle school coach, high school coach, athletic director, parent. In all these roles, your efforts have been supportive and essential to the success of Sparta wrestling. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, you blended your love for wrestling and teaching to help positively influence the lives of every Sparta wrestler since you arrived in Sparta. Congratulations and thank you for all that you have done for me and for those that you have served.
Mike Montgomery was an excellent coach, both for wrestling and cross country. He was incredibly friendly and approachable, and you could get tips and pointers from him, and you felt comfortable seeking out this information from him all the time because he was such a great, nice, fun, and funny guy. And he was really a mainstay. It felt like he was kind of the mascot, Mont. He was just always there. He really represented Sparta athletics to me.
Mike Montgomery coached dozens of state qualifiers, conference champions, team regionals, all that kind of stuff. I mean, he knew how to coach wrestling. Most importantly, he knew how to coach kids and people. He has had a direct impact on my immediate family, including myself and my wife and my 2 children, not only as a coach and athletic director, but as a very close family friend. But what he taught most importantly was work ethic, dedication, humility, dream building, how to dream and work towards something, and acceptance of their results. And I mean positive acceptance of the results. He really believes that if you do everything you can do to succeed and it doesn't quite work out, that's not a bad thing. That's how we get better. So Mike Montgomery is the man. What a great honor it would be to have his name up there. He supported Sparta Wrestling, not just Sparta Wrestling, but Sparta Athletics. Gosh, I'm guessing 45 years or more. So yeah, I would really appreciate it, and so would the whole community, if you would, the Mike Montgomery Wrestling Balcony. It's got a nice ring to it. Thank you, everybody, and I'll be up there for the Sparta Wrestling invite. Hope to see a bunch of you. Thank you.
Hey, it's your kid. Wanted to say congrats on the wrestling room being named after you. When the board and Corey came forward with it, I thought it was such a great idea, and I can't thank them enough for all the work they put in behind the scenes. It's impossible to separate any of my childhood memories with Sparta Wrestling, whether it's just coming up to the wrestling room, going to dual meets on school nights and getting back really late, getting up early and going to tournaments and hanging out with Coach Hoffland and poring over the brackets and trying to find the really good matchups that might happen. Going down to state wrestling into the Marriott, I think, or in Madison West. All those things will stick with me forever. Probably the one thing that I took away the most was just the expectations that you had when, we entered the wrestling room or got on the mat, and that was, hard work, just the effort you put in. And like Roddick said in his video, hard work doesn't always mean you're going to be successful, but it does mean you're getting better. And it's something I think I've brought just to my life. And, I can't thank you and the other coaches, Lyle, Zerf, so many others. I know I'm going to be missing some here that, helped kind of instill that in me as well. So I want to say thank you for that. Congrats. And couldn't be happier for you.
Congratulations. We're really happy for you. This is really well deserved. Yeah, you always brought positive energy and excitement to the wrestling room. Always loved having you around. And I got to say, as a coach, I learned a lot from you and always kind of wanted to coach like you coached. You always had kids excited and wanting to wrestle for you. And I can't think of a better person to name the wrestling room after.
Mike Montgomery, thank you so much for everything you've done for Sparta Wrestling, from mat rats to cheerleaders to promoting all the boys in stats and through technology and everything else. We appreciate you so very much. Thanks for all you've done for many, many years.
We appreciate you.
Thanks.
Hey, Matt, Zerf here. Hey, I have fond memories of our time coaching together, so I wanted to congratulate you on this honor of having the wrestling facility named after you. It's pretty cool. I do find it hard to believe that you've been at this for almost maybe over 50 years now. So during that time, Sparta Wrestling has been a great source of pride for our school and our community. We could boast having some of the best teams in the state during your tenure. Multiple state champs, multiple place winners. Our kids have gone on to wrestle in college, become All-Americans, coach at the collegiate level, high school levels, all other levels. That's quite a legacy. On behalf of myself, my 2 sons, Tristan and Trig, and all of the Sparta wrestling community who are beneficiaries of your dedication, Mont, I just want to thank you, buddy, for all things you've done and all the things you continue to do for Sparta Wrestling.
My name is Tristan Zerflu. I've had the pleasure to be taught and coached by the amazing person known as Mont. I believe Mont's dedication and positive reinforcement has helped pave the way to success for myself and countless other Spartans over the years.